What's happening, everybody? Welcome back to another CW Live unboxing. Today we are joined by Sean, Rainer, and John, the Everyday Collector. What's happening, everybody?
How's it going,
What's
guys?
going on?
How's everyone doing?
Doing good, doing good. So today Sean has the S.H.F. Iron Man Mark 85, the I Am Iron Man edition, and the Scarlet Witch to unbox. So we're going to give the floor over to him.
Yeah, so there's actually a really cool story, but I guess it left me figureless since November. So back in November, the ship that was bringing this over, I guess to California where it was supposed to dock, got hit by a really hard storm. And they said that they weren't 100% sure if their container got knocked off the ship.
Oh,
Yeah.
Wow.
So for about a good month, maybe even till like January, they were like, we have no information. We don't know what happened. We don't know if it's at the bottom of the sea or if it's on the ship and it's destroyed or whatever. Right? So end of February comes. They finally email us and they say our cargo is safe. That at least the container is safe, but we don't know what the condition is. We don't know what happened to it or where it's at and stuff. So that was another like 2 or 3 month period. And then they finally said, we got to the container and we have to go through it, check for damages. And just today, both figures showed up.
Sweet.
Sick.
So hopefully everything's good. I have not taken it out of the shippers. So let's get started, I guess.
Yeah, we're finally having some people roll in here, so
Awesome.
what's going on, Toy Mafia? What's going on, Mark? Erie?
we even got Zach. Or is that you guys?
No, that's me. I just commented.
Oh, okay.
Collecting
Alright.
Weekly, that's me.
I'm gonna go full screen with Sean's unboxing.
Yeah.
Alright.
Definitely.
What's going on, Sean? Epic
Yes,
unboxing
Sean.
knife going on right here.
Does so you have a lot of SHF, right, Sean?
Yeah, I got a decent amount.
Do you care about the brown shipper thing? Because I know that some people care about that stuff, and I never. I never really cared.
My first few SHFs came from my shop that I work at, and they typically don't hold on to the shipper.
Yeah.
But the ones that I've gotten from other places, they carry the shipper, and I hold on to it. So
Yeah, because it's supposed to affect the value, but I never really noticed it with SHF. Like when I was selling my stuff, people didn't ask me if it had the shipper. I don't really remember selling it for more with it, but I've heard that, you know.
I think it varies from person to person, so it's always a good idea just to hold on to it just in case.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so like I had the first in-game Thor. I ended up selling it to a buddy from of mine, and he didn't care that it didn't have it. I bought it from another shop. But like I got a couple of other SHFs that I'm trying to sell, and I haven't been able to sell it yet. But really, really cheap. I think one's going for like 60, and the other one's going for like 100 or something like that. But so here's the box. Everything. Let's see. Actually, you know what? Give me 1 second. Let me see
Yeah.
if I can get some better lighting in here.
Hold on, we'll go. Equan in the chat is saying that he took down his Mark 6 from years ago in a flight pose. I'm assuming the SHF he's talking about, and the legs just fell off because the knee joints disintegrated.
Ooh.
So I've never really had issues with SHF like falling apart like that.
Yeah. That doesn't sound good, though.
Mark's saying he likes the shippers just for reselling because you have it already boxed out. That's
Yeah.
true.
All right, let's get this thing opened up.
Epic
So the
unboxing
main
knife
reason I
again.
bought this.
I thought we were gonna cut a steak open today.
I know, right? Jeez.
Here we go. I like the box art.
Yeah, that is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Need a sharper steak knife there, buddy.
I guess so.
you need my CRTK, man.
There we go. Well, I'm holding on to this one forever.
Who do you pre-order your import figures from, Sean? the shop, or?
This came straight from P Bandai.
Okay.
Other ones I've gotten from Heroes and Fantasies, which is the shop I work at.
Yeah.
Other than that, I mean, I just kind of get them where I can.
Yeah.
Sure.
I always went through Anime Export. That's the one I always did.
Really looks good, man. Really detailed.
Yeah, it looks
Yeah,
pretty
dude.
awesome.
So the cool thing is, I have my other Mark 85 in storage right now, because we're moving, so it's in a tub right now. But I don't think I have these little arm weapons that he has. And then, of course, the bigger reason I was getting this was, one, for those effect pieces.
Oh yeah.
Oh, nice. Well, it has like the light,
Yeah, that
lighting
looks
kind
good.
of effect too, and everything.
And then
Yeah, right. Equan's saying that you won't get the shipper if you buy from Amazon. That's strictly like if you get it from any of the overseas sellers.
Yeah, it's still not adjusting quite right, the camera.
yeah,
You can
cool.
see. It gets
Yeah.
highly detailed.
Yeah,
Get,
definitely.
Get the faces as close as you can. Let's see the likeness on
Oh yeah.
Oh my god, it's almost better than the Mark 85 that's called from
The
Hot
Hot
Toys.
Toy.
Gosh.
it. Oh man.
That is
well,
kick ass.
I have
right
that
there.
coming in as well. So I have a battle damaged Thanos and battle damaged Mark 85 coming in as
Sweet.
soon as Hot Toys and Sideshow are ready to release them.
Those will look good together.
Yeah.
So I was asking this backstage, but I know you have the Iron Man edition. What's the difference between the I Am Iron Man edition and the regular 85 release?
So I believe, so for sure it doesn't come with the base.
Yeah, the base is sick too.
Yeah.
Now that you're
Yeah.
opening it, I remember it when it was solicited that it was showed that.
So
Oh yeah, it looks really good.
there's one piece. There's the other. So that goes on either side. And everything, you don't have to pop it out or anything like that. So, thinking this goes in right there.
Wow,
So there's the backdrop.
yeah, that's awesome.
That is
And
pretty
this one
awesome.
is, they're not really pegging in. They just kind of, well, that one's in, but looks like this one is just kind of sitting there. It's got this little branch right here, and it's got a little keyhole right there, so it's not really, looks like it's just sitting there.
Yeah, Mark, I had a couple of them too when I had some SHF, the Hall of Armors, but I sold them. Because the Mark II from SHF is selling for like the same price as the fucking Hot Toy was when it was retailing. So it was like 300 or like close to there just for the SHF Mark II when you could get the Hot Toy for like 100 more.
Yeah, and see, I probably would not be picking this up if I wasn't doing the in-game battle, final battle charge. So
Yeah.
between some Marvel Legends and some SHFs, I have a pretty decent collection of them. I'm really only missing like a Doctor Strange. Let's see, I have the Falcon from Infinity War.
Mm-hmm.
Along with some other Legends to kind of make up the final battle charge. So I'm just trying to do my best to piece them together as best as I can. I'm gonna try to get this lightning effect hand on.
Nice.
All right.
There we go. We got it. Oh, the posability is really good.
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
definitely. And there's diecast in it too, right, Sean? The legs at least.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
What does this guy retail for?
He was on P Bandai. I believe he was just under 100. It was like 90 and some change.
Okay.
Yes, please,
see
if
if
you're
I-
enjoying the show, please hit that thumbs up. It helps us a lot.
Yeah, that looks really good. And does it have the light up feature?
That I do not think so.
Okay.
I know some of them light up. Some Iron Man figures light up.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure about that
It
one.
looks like it wants to, but I think it's just that clear blue piece.
Okay.
So this is actually going to be paired up with my my Final Battle Thanos, and I actually have the Nano Gauntlet, the Thor Nano Gauntlet, on him.
Yeah.
So it's just going to kind of recreate that whole final scene right there. But that's
Yeah.
it right there. Here's the here's one of the little hand blasters. Let me get this set back up real quick.
I
Yeah,
really
it's
like.
definitely cool for people that don't want to like spend the price to create that scene in Hot Toys. You know, you can do this in a smaller scale,
Yeah.
and the figures are still pretty good. You know.
And that, like I said, the posability is fantastic. I don't even think you can. I'd be comfortable getting a Hot Toys knee in that position.
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
And-
I had the Mark III in the landing pose for the longest time,
Yeah.
and when I finally like picked him up to switch out the pose, the red paint on the knee had like slightly scuffed right where I had the knee.
Yeah.
So I was pissed, dude. I ended up having to put like a little foam there every time I ended
Yeah.
up decided to pose in him.
I'm about to say, I'd be too nervous to do something like that because of exactly what you just said.
Yeah.
Just,
Yeah.
yeah.
And I wish Hot
to be
Toys
com-
would give a base like that. I
Right.
think that base adds a lot of character to the piece.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Let's see, there's one more fist right here. And see, I'm going to attempt, because I am getting that Iron Man. I'm going to attempt to put him in the kneeling pose. So we'll have to do another unboxing when that happens and see what happens.
That'll be fun.
Watch me destroy a $500 figure, $400 figure.
Yeah, diecast definitely has its pros and cons there, Mark. Definitely.
And when I saw this in the movie, like that was my favorite. That was my favorite suit ever. I saw that, I was like, I think doing the what was it, the suitcase armor, right? The Mark V. I was like, man, that was probably the coolest one. And then you get the Civil War Mark 46. That was a cool one as well. And then I really wasn't big on the 55. Like a lot of people really liked it, and I kind of didn't, but I think I like that flashy gold out of it. So I don't know, but this was definitely the favorite. I guess it's because this was a lot closer to the comic book version, I guess. Sorry, it's kind of dark in here, but I am moving, so I don't got the best setup right now.
Still coming through.
You're coming through all right.
But this was one of the scenes that really drove home Endgame for me.
Oh yeah.
So there's
definitely.
that. Move all that stuff off to the side. And let's get the Scarlet Witch going. So did any of you guys finish WandaVision or Falcon Winter Soldier?
I
Yeah, I
finished
finished both.
WandaVision.
What did y'all think? Without
Liked it.
giving away too many spoilers, I guess. Right?
I liked WandaVision from the beginning. I know some people had a hard time getting through like the first 3 or 4 episodes until it picked up, but I liked it a lot, especially towards the end. And then I liked Falcon and Winter Soldier even more. I think Falcon and Winter Soldier was my favorite, and the way they took care of, you know, how they changed the characters around and everything. I think they did that really well. The antagonist in the show that's like the hero / antagonist, he was really good. John Walker, and
John Walker, yeah.
yeah, it was all done really well in my opinion.
Yeah, I like a buddy of mine at the shop is really into TV movies, and he has his own podcast with some friends on that. But we talked a lot about that, just appreciating the eras of television that it was going through.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah.
So I think, me personally, I feel like if you didn't have that connection to those even as a young kid, then maybe you didn't appreciate it as much.
Yeah, definitely. Like I never watched the Dick Van Dyke Show, but I still like understood the references, and I watched a lot of I Love Lucy. I think that was one of the ones in the third episode or second episode
Yeah.
that they were copying. That was cool. I like seeing it go like escalate from like the 50s to the 60s to the 70s. I thought that was cool too.
Yeah, there was some really good nods to some more modern television shows as well. So I'll start off showing some of these effect pieces.
Wow, that looks
Same,
pretty awesome.
Same basic effects that SHF does, just recolored, right? I got those
Basically, right?
effects with the Doctor Strange, the original release.
Right. Well, and aren't these similar to some of the DBZ stuff that they do?
I don't know if any DBZ stuff has come with any effects, other than like Kamehameha effect or something, but not a lot
Right.
of like flame effects I haven't seen.
Yeah. See, the Marvel stuff is the only stuff I've actually
Yeah.
purchased
Oh,
from
damn.
them. As far as like DBZ stuff goes, my brother was a lot more into it than I was. I was when they were going on Cartoon Network and Toonami and stuff like that. I was more of a Gundam Wing guy, so that's kind of how a lot of my collecting started outside of like Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh cards. So I have a lot of model kits, mainly from Gundam Wing. There's a few that I want to get from some other Mobile Suit Gundam shows, like the Easy 8, the Gundam 00, stuff like that. But it looks like some of these peg in.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go.
That sounded nice.
Pop right in there,
Nice
solid.
and secure. Yeah.
Yep.
It's cool that what I used to like to do was like use those to hide I would use a Tamashi like stage effect stand or whatever they are, and then I would use the flames to hide the stand, kind of. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's a cool use for those.
You know, if we get a Phoenix, I wouldn't be surprised that they use the same effect pieces. Because this would be really cool for her as well.
Dude, if SHF made X-Men stuff, that would be cool, man.
I think you can, Mark, I think you can buy some of those aftermarket, but of course it's aftermarket, you know?
Alright, so that's the base. And I specifically sold my Legends Scarlet Witch to purchase this. She was going for a decent amount, and then I just threw a few more at it.
For a while there, that was a
Ishimon.
pretty pricey set, right? The Vision and the Scarlet Witch.
Yeah, it was very pricey. The one that I ended up getting was actually the Civil War version, because that was really her first
Yeah.
figure.
She comes with a lot of accessories, face swap outs.
They do really good on the face printing.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah, this particular one really did it for me, as far as like finishing the movie and stuff like that. So when they released her, I was or when they announced her, I knew I had to grab it.
Did they haven't said anything about her final look from WandaVision? That they're doing a figure about with that?
I know they're doing a figure, but I am not 100% sure if they've released the
This is
final.
really good.
Yeah, it looks really good.
If they were to release a figure of her look from that, would you end up switching for that one, or would you stick with this?
Because I'm still all wrapped up in Endgame still, and trying to finish that whole set. Here's a couple other effect pieces. Probably plug in somewhere else. Let's see. Not 100% sure yet without looking at those instructions. But this is specifically for Endgame, and when she was fighting Thanos, I was that was one of the better scenes for me, just because of her sorrow and everything like that she already had. And let's see.
Yeah, Mark, those would look great, the Halloween costume versions.
So here's like a little beam piece that would come out of her hand.
Yeah, I saw that in the packaging. I was like, what is this? I don't remember.
I believe this is when she's throwing like just whatever her little energy things that are coming out of her hand at Thanos.
Her energy bolts.
Yeah. And here's one more for her hand. It looks like it just kind of pegs in there.
Oh, to put like before you put in the wrist or whatever.
Like maybe she's throwing one, and then this one's kind of like that little hand thing that she does
I know what you're
with
talking
her.
about. Yeah.
I remember when she kind of comes back out in the final battle where her hands are just kind of glowing.
Mm-hmm.
So there's those, and then she's got two other little, I guess they're head sculpts. They're little, they just kind of pegging, I guess, to the back of her hair.
Yeah, and it's the basic looking left and looking right heads that SHF has been doing a lot lately with their figures.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought one of them was supposed to have her red glowing eyes.
Yeah.
Okay, here it is.
I think, yeah. One of them did have
This
it.
one right here.
Oh,
And she's just kind of facing straight on.
nice.
That's cool.
She means business in that face.
And then I don't want to take them out of the plastic right now, but 6 other pair of hands. Or 3 other
Nice.
pairs, I'm sorry.
Nice. Yeah, these are full of accessories, these ones.
Yeah, and that was kind of the other reason why I made the jump to SH2. I know like Mofex does some better versions of them, but they're not coming out like SHF does.
And SHF has done more of the characters. Mofex is just getting into it, so there's only a couple so far.
Right, and I really feel like they're focusing on Star Wars right now. So they're dropping a lot of stuff for them. And Endgame is kind of I don't think it's like in the past, but I feel like with all the great things that Star Wars is doing right now, how could you not focus on that?
Yeah, like the
Yeah.
hype is not there for Endgame right now.
Exactly. You know, I mean, I even feel like, you know, when they were dropping the Falcon and the Winter Soldier from Falcon Winter Soldier on Disney Plus, like I still feel like I was like, man, that's cool. But, you know, Star Wars is just, I mean, what, weekly, bi-weekly dropping stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you got Bad Batch coming out next week.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm hyped for that.
That's all of it.
I like the joints. They're
Yeah.
hidden well. They're small, and they move very well. Look at that.
See, and that would be a good pose to do right there. Like, just kind of, if I remember from the movie correctly, where she's kind of coming out of the portals and stuff, and then she kind of lands
Yeah.
kind of in a similar pose, you know?
Yeah.
Just switch it out with that, with this head sculpt right here, with the eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd look great.
Yeah, it looks good. Nice 2 pickups, Sean.
Very
Yeah, man. I mean,
nice.
it's been a long time coming. I'm not even sure how I'm gonna pose her because well, you know what? I do know how. She's going to be in the full on in-game final battle charge. I have them all laid out where like kind of relative where they were kind of coming out in the movie. So that's why I have a double of the 85. I did have a double of the Thor, the Bro Thor, because I bought the first in-game version, and then I ended up selling him off when they announced the one with all the lightning effects and stuff. And I was like, well, that would be cool to kind of reenact the big three fighting them and stuff. So
Yeah.
she'll probably just kind of sit there standing with the rest of the army, and then the Iron Man will be facing Thanos as he kind of has, I think it comes with a smiling, like a smirk kind of face, and I'll have the nano gauntlet on him with the empty. That was the big difference. It has the empty stones.
Yeah.
You know, the no stones on it because he had already snatched it.
Mm-hmm.
So do that. But I'm really looking forward to the in-game or the Hot Toys version. So hopefully those will come out in the next few months because it keeps getting pushed back.
Nice.
These are good to hold you over till they come.
Definitely. You know, the only unfortunate thing is that my display is completely in storage right now. So honestly, I don't know where I'm gonna put these. I might just have to put them right here on the desk with this is my wife's work desk, so she might have to just deal with it. This is my corner now.
Wow.
I'm just taking over.
Better hope they don't end up in the trash, dude.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
You know what? Don't jinx that.
Yeah, no, they're awesome. I haven't
What,
collected any of these yet, but after watching this, I think once you buy one, you're gonna need them all. If you get them all on the shelf, I think they're gonna look really good.
You know,
You're tempting. Go ahead, sir.
I've specifically waited on getting the Doctor Strange. I really want him. I really, really, really want him. But I'm trying so hard not to get him. And then also they along the same timeline they dropped the Gamora. And I was like, damn it. Like now I have to get that one.
Yeah,
and
it's
if I
tough.
get the Gamora, I have to get a Star-Lord.
Never ends, man. Never ends.
Why are you hesitating with the Strange?
Really because I'm focusing on some other stuff, like no pun intended, but the SHF is kind of the end game for me because I would really like to get into more Hot Toys or statues.
Mm-hmm.
So currently, as far as like a statue, I'm really looking into like the Lady Death, or no, what do they call it? Mistress Death, I think.
Yeah.
Is it Lady? I think no, it's Lady Death and Thanos.
It's Lady Death and Thanos.
Oh,
Right,
that's
Lady
a
Death
gorgeous
and Thanos.
statue. By
And,
XM.
Yeah, the XM.
Oh, that's gorgeous. Yeah.
Yeah, and if I can acquire that, I would probably sell the rest of my Thanos stuff. Just because like that's the best Thanos I've seen, aside from maybe like the original Thanos on Throne.
Yeah.
So those two are a definite want. Just recently, I saw that Sideshow they didn't put it on for sale, but they have like a discount on the shipping and stuff for the Avengers Assemble stealth suit too, and I was like, dang, that stealth suit would look really nice to the Thanos that they're dropping here, hopefully in the next month, for the Assemble line, the Avengers Assemble line. So I'm wanting to get those, just to kind of do something similar but more comic booky, I guess. I've been talking with my wife about it, and she really likes the red and gold version of the Thanos Assemble, or the Iron Man from the Avengers Assemble line that Sideshow's putting out.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm thinking I might get that one to go with my modern Thanos statue that's fixing the drop here soon.
Yeah.
Yeah, I completely agree with you. The XM statue, with Lady Death, it's gorgeous. I think that, like you said, the Thanos on Throne and that statue, I think, are the perfect renditions of the character.
Yes, definitely. And the fact that you get Mistress Death or Lady Death out of it is even a bonus. Like for me, I don't see the point of buying one or the other. Because I think they offer it like that, or at least the Thanos, they offer it like that.
Yeah.
But it's like, why would you buy Thanos without Mistress Death? Because that's been his whole story since just after Iron Man 55. When his first appearance, he has a few appearances in things like Captain Marvel, Silver Surfer, things like that, leading into Infinity Gauntlet. But the story is like him trying to please Mistress Death, and as a comic book collector in general, I don't know why I would pass that up. So that I would have to get the companion piece.
Of course.
Zach
And they
is,
display so well. They display so well together.
Zach is asking if they're making another yellow and gold or yellow and red Avengers Assemble Iron Man. They're not. I think Sean's talking about the original release.
Right. I think the red and yellow one it's not discontinued, but I guess they're sold out or whatever. Maybe it is discontinued, but pretty decent prices, like aftermarket on it. So it may not be worth. Say what?
It's because of the scale. Some people don't like the 1/5 scale. It's kind of like on its own. It's either people collect either quarter or 1/3. 1/5 is kind of like a random scale,
Right. Like, why would you do that when you can maybe pay $200 or $300 more and get something a little bit bigger?
Yeah, and a lot of people like the XM Iron Man as well.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, with the Ultron, that's another one. So like, I wouldn't be surprised if I eventually get that one. But the other two that are on deck are the Rocketing Groot from XM. That they they dropped that earlier this year, maybe late last year. And then the other one that's kind of late is the Star-Lord. He's kind of like jumping out of like a cockpit or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So
That'd be awesome.
Yeah, I'm excited about those. Either way, I'd be paying a pretty penny just because it's all aftermarket. So,
and those are all pretty sought after.
Yeah,
they are all very sought after. So, but that was kind of the idea: is get this kind of stuff for Endgame, just because Endgame really did it for me. When I jumped into comics, it was all because of the MCU.
Yeah.
So. Iron Man hooked me, and then Guardians of the Galaxy got me on the comics. So
the thing is, Zach, Mythos is a popular line for being 1/5, but that's because Star Wars people kind of take what they can get. There is a lot more companies producing Marvel and things outside of Star Wars than there is Star Wars stuff. So that's why the Mythos line is so sought after, because it's the best like Star Wars stuff that you can get out there. I mean, the Sideshow premium format. Yeah, the Sideshow premium format line isn't really a popular line. That's quarter scale, like, so that's why the 1/5 is so popular. Because even then, like, you'll see people like say they like the line, but they just don't like the scale, because it doesn't scale well with quarter scale stuff.
That's until fingers crossed, Queen Studios gets the license.
Yeah, a lot of people want that, or XM.
Someone.
Yeah. Well, XM has the license, I think, as long as they don't. I think that they have it for outside the U.S.
Okay.
Right. That's why they were gonna do a couple statues, and they have some that they've already produced, and then Iron Studios as well. Same thing. I think they have the license for Brazil or something.
And so I guess that's a question, just because, you know, I have like 2 statues, but I've never really was super concerned about scale. It was more of just getting a good looking character. You know, like for example, Thanos on Throne, the first one. That piece is amazing, especially the exclusive version with the smiling smirk and the glowing eyes and stuff like that. And many years later, they came out with another Thanos on Throne, you know, and that just looks horrible. I think it looks horrible. His smirk and all that kind of stuff. It's definitely more comic booky, which I do like, and the throne is more accurate. But scale wise, it doesn't really bother me. You know, like if I can get a good looking figure or good looking statue out of it, then that's what I get. You know.
Yeah, I'm the same way. You know, I have only 3 statues, and none of them scale together, but they all look really good. So.
Yeah, it's that representation. If you can have a company who makes a massive statue with a horrible likeness, what's the point, right? And then you can have a company that makes a smaller scale to perfection. Who are you going to go with? The size or the best likeness?
Definitely the likeness for me,
Yeah.
especially if it's comic book, you know, which is more than likely why I'm jumping on the Hot Toys comic line for the Iron Man.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely will probably get the War Machine. You know, it's less of the complaints on it and more of like, if Iron Man was real and it wasn't the movie version, that would be the closest thing that I could imagine that it would be.
Yeah, it looks good.
Well, that was a nice unboxing, Sean. If you guys any closing comments on it, anything else, or?
You got me wanting to get into 112 now.
Be careful, man.
Dangerous line, dude.
I'm trying to level up from that.
Yeah, I may stick with my 1/6 for now, just for the sake of my wallet.
Yeah, it's hard collecting everything.
Oh,
All
yeah.
different lines, you know.
Tell me about it.
Gotta kind of find a focus as much as you can, you know.
Now they're starting off with these custom companies, these custom artists are making these statues, and you can't keep up. You just can't. There's way too much out there.
Yeah, you gotta be careful.
Definitely.
Diving into that stuff.
Yeah.
But well, thanks everybody for tuning in live. We had up to I think right now 16 is our peak right now, so that's pretty good, guys. Especially for something that was just random out of the blue. So appreciate it, guys.
Thanks for the support, and Sean, congratulations.
Yeah, congrats.
Thank
man.
you.
Awesome, guys. Awesome.
All right, so
Hopefully some of the Hot Toys will start dropping here pretty soon, and that statue coming. I'll have a lot more to show.
Yeah, fingers
There you
crossed.
go.
Yeah. All right, guys. I'm Eddie.
I'm Sean.
I'm Rainer.
And I'm Jonathan.
We'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.
Bye,
Peace.
guys.